Live from the City of Angels. A rare Tuesday night MMT. Because I got a lot to talk about. That's why. I've got two big topics tonight. One, Quentin Tarantino. And two, Anthony Mackie. The hell was he thinking? We're discussing tonight live across the globe from the City of Angels. I think I found our new theme song. So good. It's just the right amount of soundtracky to epic to uplifting. It's Dez's A Dog's Dream here on MMT Tuesday night. Get ready to go here. And we're going to make this possibly a tight stream. I mean, I might only go a half an hour tonight. I was just like, let's just get on and start talking because we have a cinema champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we love anybody who comes in and says, theatrical is everything. Theatrical is really the cornerstone of everything that we do here at MMT. And when I saw this quote from Quentin Tarantino here tonight, I said to myself, it's time to make him the cinema champion because this is exactly what we want to see. Have a look here. This is his quote about the current state of film. He asks, what the fuck is a movie now? And declares 2019 the last fucking year of movies. And that's fair. That's 100% fair. A lot of you are like, Quentin Tarantino is too much of an opinion. He's too outspoken. Ugh. Listen, if there's anybody who's the definition of the way that we want to operate in the world of cinema on this channel, an MMT, it's Quentin Tarantino. I would love to have him on. In fact, I think he watches. I do. Because when you hear things like this, and you know where I'm going after this, and it has to happen, who's talked about this more than anybody else? More than anyone. I don't care who you throw out here. Come in the comments and tell me who you think has talked about this more than me. I can help you with that. Nobody. I'm going to talk about theatrical windows because this is why he's saying what he's saying. Let's get into the exact quote. He said it on a podcast, and he was talking about the state of film and how it's lost so much value. It's not held in the same regard that it was back in 2019. Why? Because now you can get it on streaming in 2 weeks. Thank you, Universal. HBO Max throughout the entire, quote, pandemic. Oh, we're going to make it day and date. You can watch it at home or go to the theater. You don't give people the option. You know, listen, I've said this a million times, and I'm going to get more. The quote's coming, the full quote. I'm going to lead with this. It's very important. We're seeing it now, and I'm actually really loving it. Okay? Even if you hate Trump, you got to admit it something. One of the things that dude does is he says it and does it, okay? I always respect somebody who does that. Even if I don't necessarily agree with what it is, if you back up your shit, I'm going to be like, well, listen, at least there's that, okay? And some would argue we've had more done in the first week plus than we had in 4 years of Biden. And I think that's fair. Come on, guys. Listen, even if you're the farthest left-wing Biden supporter, you can't sit here and tell me that dude did shit over the 4 years. Sit on his ass. It was an embarrassment. One of the worst presidents ever. And by the way, not hard right, not far right. But give me a break. Don't be so tribal that you're so dumb that you're like, Biden was okay. Fucking, man, are you a fucking, God. Oh, I'm going to stop myself. I was going to go nuts tonight. I'm not going to do it. But here's what I'll tell you. What I also like is the whole idea that now when we get people whining about things, you just say, shut up. Okay, I'm all about that. If you come after me and you're on X or you come in the comments on my channel and you want to whine and cry, I got 2 words for you. Shut up. I don't care. I'm not going to operate you. I'm not worried about what you have to say about anything. Okay. So here's the deal. We have now, for so many years, appeased all the whiners, right? Oh, I'm unhappy about this. I'm going to not go to your business about that. And then we appease everybody. And then, no, here's the answer. No. Okay. And I'm going to talk about Anthony Mackie here in a minute. And he's okay to say what he said. I'm defending him tonight. So just so you know, as soon as everyone's like, look at Weber, he's far right. Like that loser at the Wrap. Who reads the Wrap? I can help you with that. No one. Nobody. Literally, Better Homes and Garden has more of an audience than the Wrap. Okay? So let's make that clear. Family Circle magazine. So that loser, I'm not worried about. And trust me, again, loser at the Wrap. Let me remind you, you need to worry more about pulling that 3 strands of hair across your head to pretend you're not bald than to worry about what I'm doing. Okay. That's what you should be worried about, not me. Okay. Let's talk about Tarantino, because it's going to go right into what I'm talking about the whining and the fucking crying that we're not doing anymore. Okay. Tarantino says it's a big fucking deal pulling a play off. He's talking about his play. He doesn't even care what a movie is now. Now he talks about a movie. He's like, I'm going to do plays. Movies have lost everything. I mean, something that plays in theaters for a token release for 4 weeks. All right. In the second week, you can watch it on TV. I didn't get into all this for diminishing returns. Amen. It was bad enough in 97 when he had Jackie Brown. It was bad enough in 2019. And that was the last year of movies. That was a shit deal as far as I was concerned. The fact that it's gotten drastically worse is a show pony exercise. Not a pony show, but a show pony exercise. Now, the theatrical release, and in 2 weeks, you can watch on this streamer and that one. Exactly. Thank you. Remember, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was 2019. Parasite, 2019. That was a great year. Joker 2019, right? Remember, that's how it used to be. Theaters had the movies for 90 days. 90-day window. Now we have 15. We have 25. We have 30. The first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to continue here on Tarantino, but the first thing you have to do, you have to do it. And I've said it before. How many times? If you made me, if Trump were to, and let me tell you, I'm the best call. There's nobody else. Do you think any of these wankers, left-wing losers that are film critics, and they're far left. I'm not far right. I'm not far left. The left-wing virtue signaling losers. Do you think any of them would even come out and say, no, of course they wouldn't. They wouldn't also have the balls to go to the studios tomorrow morning and say, guess what we're doing? We're getting a 45-day window now. What does that mean? That means if you play at AMC, Regal, Cinemark, I'm going to work with all the chains. I'm the guy, okay? You bring me in, and I'm going to close it down. The studios are going to be told it's a 45-day window from the day you debut at any of our theaters. All of us have to be together, right? We have to be on the same page. If one of these guys, like Regal's like, nah, we'll do a 25, not going to work. I need everybody on the same page and make me theatrical windows enforcer. I'm going to go to Sony, Paramount, Universal, Disney, Warner Brothers, A24, Neon, IFC, Blue Fox Entertainment, ZYX. Okay. We're calling everybody. Anybody that ever has shown a movie in a theater, Angel Studios, you are now on the clock. 45 days if you play in my theater. 45 days, you cannot stream that. You cannot do anything outside of our theaters. And listen, that's half a 90. A lot of you are going to say, I want 60. I want 75. So do I. I'm going to start with 45. Okay. And once we get that established, I'm going back and getting 60. And here's the thing. The problem is we have Adam Aaron. Don't make me drag Adam Aaron again. He gets paid $9+ million, somewhere between $9 and $20 million. Okay. Some people tell me it's less. Either way, $9 million as he's on his 7th martini tonight in the Hamptons. and I'm on a stream here live in Los Angeles telling you that you have to go to these studios tomorrow and say, I want a 45-day window. And Tarantino knows it because we have lost the impact of cinema because of all the whining bitches during COVID. Oh, it's not safe. Remember our boy Frosty, the biggest fucking beta on the planet? Oh my God, it's not safe. I want a streaming link. Guess what, Frosty? Take your bald bitch ass and sit at home. Nobody cares if you come. I don't care. I'm worried about protecting theatrical. If you don't feel safe, stay home. I drove to Vegas to see Tenet. 4 hours each way because I couldn't go to the movies in LA. It was unsafe. You could kill everybody you know. Oh my God. If you don't like me talking about COVID, too fucking bad. I'll do what I want. You will not stop me. Remember that shit? And we had all of those people, the enablers, deleted tweets, the Frosties of the universe. It's not safe. It's not safe for you to come walking in because you're such a loser. It will rub off on the entire audience that's in there. When I go into these critics screenings, I go, fuck me, man. I literally have the skank all over me. It's like, oh, God, my God, who are these people? Dude, you have no idea. The film space consists of some of the biggest rejects on planet Earth. And you better, trust me, I will tell them to their face, you guys are pathetic, and you played along with COVID, you ended up with what we have tonight, this no window. You had no windows because you wanted to say, well, I want it at home. And you wanted to whine and cry, close everything down. If you don't feel safe, this is how my society works. If you don't feel safe, stay home. I'm not going to miss you. We're not going to miss you. I can promise you that. So we need to go back to this window. And the only way you get this done is if I go in and I tell these guys, we're doing a 45-day window. I don't care, Universal. I don't care, Warner Brothers. I don't give a shit, Disney, for sure. You're going to play by my rules or we're not playing your film. That's it. The phone call is over. Click. Goodbye. You have 24 hours to give me the answer. Oh, I'll play that game. I'll play that game tomorrow, and we'll win. You know how we'll win? Because you play hardball. And that, back to Trump, whatever you think of him, dude's playing hardball, okay? I'm going to take that approach. Oh, my God, whenever you're like Hitler, shut up, first of all, because you're an idiot for saying something so stupid about what's happening. Okay, quickly, can we just quickly talk about everyone raging about the entire immigration debate? Let's talk about that for a minute. Immigration is perfectly fine as long as it's done through legal channels. We cannot have random people coming in. Okay, would you leave your door open at night? Hey guys, my door's open. Come on over. Anyone that wants to come in, come in. No, you have to have it through proper channels. So listen, if you didn't do it through proper channels, what do you want me to tell you? Those are the laws, are they not? Last I checked. So what are we talking about? If I go to the UK right now, do you think they're just going to let me come in? If I fly in from LA and I say I'm moving to the UK, they say, no, you don't have a work visa. You don't. So wait. I can't? But you, no. The rules are applied evenly and equally. They always are. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to get people who say what they say and back it up. And I will do this if they bring me in, but they can't because Adam Aaron's getting paid $9+ million. Can you imagine making $9+ million and not getting any kind of window, sitting there and going, I'm okay because I'm getting my money? That's the problem with the world. We have people collecting a paycheck, doing the wrong thing or nothing. And what are we doing at this point? Fire these people. Get rid of them. Adam Aaron should be long gone. I should be installed as CEO of AMC. Listen, I'm right. Okay. Am I going to bring in a CFO that knows how to operate that shit? Yeah. But as far as getting the creative side of this and as far as getting changes done and making sure everything, I'm going to get that done. And the first thing I'm going to do is get those studios on board and we're going to make more money. Okay. I don't care about the studios. I don't work for Paramount, Universal, Disney, Fox, no longer Fox, 20th Century, Searchlight. Okay. You see? Because if you don't have a vested interest in any of these studios, you have a vested interest in theatrical, like our friend, our cinema champion here tonight. When you look at Tarantino saying the things he's saying, he's 100% right. If you have a problem with this, what he's saying, you're wrong. You're the one who has the problem. Okay. He is 100% accurate. And I love the fact that he is so outspoken about this. Other directors are this way, but they don't want to say it. Just like there's actually some film critics who I just railed on 99.99% of them. They actually want to say these things. They just can't because they don't have the balls. They don't have the fortitude. They're afraid they're going to get kicked off a list. They might not get to go to that next Netflix event. Who cares? I don't want to go to your stupid fucking Netflix event. I have no interest. Zero. Okay? To watch a film that doesn't even matter because it's on Netflix. And by the way, I didn't even hate Amelia Perez. Oh, there you go. Look who is always objective. Weber. Comments here on this Tuesday night. 15-minute rant. Thank you. I miss movie theaters. You should listen. We have them now. Jacob, we have them. We just have to keep them and we need to protect them. Okay. We need to protect movie theaters. And the way that we protect them is by installing that window. Why does the window matter? 45 days exclusivity. Because then you're going to get someone who's on the fence, who's like, I'll just wait till it's on streaming, and you're going to get it and get them in the theater. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to mobilize people that maybe wouldn't go and go. You, me, we go to the movies all the time. You probably have AMC A-List, Regal Unlimited, whatever you have. It's worth every penny. $25 a month, 3 movies a week. You cannot beat that. But remember, most people don't go to the movies every week. Hell, maybe not even once a month. So in order to make them get off their couch, you need to install that window. 45 days is 6 weeks, right? It is 1.5 months. That's enough time. Okay. And here's the thing also. Remember, they brought in the whole, if the movie bombs, we can put it on streaming in like a day. That rule's gone. We're not doing that. Why? That reinforces the idea and incentivize you not to see the movie, because if it is a bomb, you'll get it at home within a day. You're like, I'm not going to go see it. It'll bomb, and then I can watch it on Monday on my streaming service. No. And someone came into my mentions on X and was like, hey, do you have kids? I have a little daughter and we like to watch them at home. Like, hey, that's nice. I don't care. I don't care. You're going to wait 45 days. The sob stories aren't working, right? And that's one thing I love about the last 10 days. The sob stories are done, right? All the sob stories. Look at Selena Gomez, who was like, oh, and she had to delete it because now the pushback is shut up. You see, that's the reaction we needed a long time ago. I hate people who whine and bitch and cry. And yes, I'm whining and bitching about the fact that we don't have windows. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to virtue signal. Virtue signaling is the biggest limp dick energy on the planet. Okay. So remember that. And most of the left wing, obviously the hard left, that's all they can do. The whole film space. Oh my God. Half the film space I had to mute or block or get rid of because every other tweet's like, I had a bad day. Can you say something nice to me? Shut up, man. Get off your fucking ass and go to the gym. Okay. We don't need you trying to get sympathy from a bunch of strangers on X, on Facebook, whatever you're posting on. It's sad. It's sad. I told you guys 6 years ago, I was in a space that was so dark, so depressed. And you know how I got out of it? I didn't send a tweet saying, I feel bad. Please say a nice thing to me. I'm going to cry. Oh my God. I got in the fucking gym and I said, I'm going to turn this shit around. And I did it without anybody's help. And that's the thing. Do not feel pity for yourself. Use that as energy to make a difference and do something and go strive to become something. That whole energy of like, oh, woe is me. It doesn't work with me because at my darkest, deepest, worst spot, I did not take that path. If I would have, I wouldn't be here tonight. I wouldn't be here tonight on the stream. Okay. So you have to understand that. So it's really, why do I keep hammering that? Because the pushback is going to come from the studios who are going to say, well, we don't really, let me help you out. I don't care what you want. We're doing a 45-day window, okay? If you want to play ball with us, you're going to do that. That's it. Do you understand? I'm not moving off of 45. The fact I'm not asking for 60 is a godsend to you. Take the 45 because I'm not moving to 30. You're getting 45. The phone call, click. You have 24 hours. And then if they say no, they're gone. And here's the thing. Adam Aaron won't do that. Regal won't do that because They're afraid the studios, well, the studios are not, they're going to go for that deal. They have no choice. The studios are not going to go. People still go to movies. Look at what we've seen over the past in the recuperation, in the recovery of theatrical experience. We have seen movies like Barbie and Oppenheimer and Deadpool and Inside Out 2 and Moana's at $1 billion. We've seen these films come in and do crazy numbers, and the studios are making cash. Okay. Not every film. Okay. But the films that do well are doing financial business, significant financial business for these studios. They're not going to all of a sudden say, we want to get rid of that. So that's why you play hardball. You know, you have the leverage now. You might not have had the leverage 2 years ago, but the fact that Adam Aaron on his $9 million paycheck, drinking his 10th martini in the Hamptons tonight, is not on the phone tomorrow morning saying, this is what's happening. Dude, I would do it for 1/9 that salary. Less. 1/18th. Give me $500K. First of all, I'm going to make you more money by doing that right there. That's the thing. We have people that are overpaid and they're not doing shit. We have people in positions of power in this country, in this world, who are useless. And Adam Aaron is one of those people. No question about it. Okay. Especially at a $9 million price tag. Wow. Just unfucking believable. There's only one cinema in my rural town, and it's closed next week. I'm sorry, Jaffo. We are very lucky here in LA. As you know, we've got that AMC complex down the street in Burbank with 16, 8, and 6. So what is that, a total of 30, right? I've done the math like once. I believe it's 30 screens we have here. But it's not just that. We have the independent cinemas, right? We have places everywhere here. AMC Century City, AMC Universal, and of course, the hometown theater for me, Burbank, which is the number one AMC in the entire country, typically on any given weekend. So you look at, we're very lucky. I understand for some of you, that's not a, I don't take it for granted. I'm telling you, whenever I have the opportunity to go to a movie, I take it. And that's why I have AMC A-list, because it's just different, right? Movies, obviously, as you guys know, hit differently on a screen, locked in, phone away. You cannot pick it up and start texting someone when you're bored, right? That'll always happen. Whenever I get a streaming link from one of the studios kind enough to send one to me, I tend to just get distracted. We all do, because you have the phone there. In the theater, right? You're not going to get on the phone unless you're a total dick. Okay. Weber takes selfies during the credits. That's terrible. He should be canceled for that. Okay, that doesn't count. I'm not on my phone going, let me see what's on X at 20 minutes in. That would happen on a film that you're at home and you're bored. So when you're at the theater, you're locked in. Hopefully you're getting that premium sound, the premium visual, whether it's an IMAX, whether it's a Dolby or a Prime, that PLF premium large format screen. You're getting that experience, and that is going to make the difference. Even in a film that's not good, at least it's watchable. Go back to a Borderlands. I saw it in IMAX. If I had watched that at home, I would never finish it. Now, maybe that would have been better, but that's the thing about theatrical. Plus, remember, communal experience, as I know Tarantino's talked about quite a bit. When you watch a film with a packed audience, you can feel, right, the emotions. You can feel people into it if it's a great film. And even some films that are terrible, I have been entertained by the crowd laughing, Honora. And I looked around what? What's wrong with everybody? This is terrible. Why are y'all laughing? At least, though, from that communal aspect, it was entertaining. So we need to protect that. And Tarantino's 100% right. 100%. Wicked would have crossed 500 million domestic if Universal wasn't so impatient in dropping it on streaming. Remember, they did that early, correct? So again, I understand. If I'm the studios, I get why they're doing this. Anthony Mackie's coming up next in just a second. So trust me, I'm going to finish this and then we can come back to it if we have more comments. At the end of the show, always the comment closeout. Remember that Universal wants to make as much money as possible, right? So you have Wicked that was in theaters for 30, 35, whatever the length was. And then they said, we're going to put it on streaming, the digital buy at $19.99. They want to make the most money. So I get the studios. I don't care. Remember, I'm working for the theatrical chains. I'm working for AMC. I'm working for Regal. I mean, AMC has the most leverage because they're the biggest of all the theatrical chains in the country. Bigger than Regal, who I believe just went through bankruptcy, right? They're hurting more. AMC is in a pretty solid position. Forget it, the stock. I'm just saying, if you're going to call the shot, you have the number one. You've got the ball, right? AMC's got it. So they have to tell Universal, listen, I know you want to make more money from Wicked with that $20 digital buy, but you're not doing it. you're going to hold fast to our 45-day window. And to your point, Sotfik, 100%, is that you're going to get that 500 million with the window because you're going to drive those people that were the last to want to see it. And look no further than a film that did bonkers business based on a 120-day plus window, Top Gun Maverick, right? Remember that. That was so crucial to bringing people back from all the whiny ass COVID bitches like our boy Frosty, and like, oh, it's so dangerous. And then everyone goes to see Maverick and they survived, right? Which is, oh my God, I went to the movies and I didn't kill everybody I know. That's really weird. Let's maybe go to another movie. Maverick brought in a lot of the older folk who were the most timid. And once they realized they could survive a movie, then there we go. There came the genesis for the recovery that we saw continue with Barbenheimer and Deadpool Wolverine this past summer, Inside Out 2, all of these films that have done business that looks more like 2019. What do they all have in common? Theatrical window of at least 60 days. Okay. And like Sotfik says, Wicked had the shorter window and it didn't get quite as high. The other thing that hurt Wicked was the fact that it didn't do as well internationally. It's doing okay, but the number's not 1-to-1, or even in some cases, as you know, international can be 2-to-1. You want it at least to be 1-to-1, right? 500, 500. In this case, I think it's 500, 300. I got to look at the numbers, something like that. Okay. So when you look at that, or 450, 250, whatever it is, it's not a 1-to-1. In some cases, you look at a Venom, the last one, which was horrible, but the 3 international times 1, 3-to-1 international. So occasionally that happens. I'm not doing Trumpian hand gestures, by the way, but my God, look at him. I knew he was this far right-wing radical fucking freak. Look at him with the Trump. Okay, you guys ready for Anthony Mackie? Here we go. Let's listen to Anthony Mackie talk about Captain America. Give me 1 second. Let me pop it up. I haven't heard the whole thing. We're going to play the whole quote. We're not going to be like one of these people that's like, well, I think I'm just going to listen to some of it. We're going to listen to the entire quote from this Q&A from Anthony Mackie as he basically trashes Captain America. But I'm going to defend it. So just know, it's not going to be, Anthony Mackie, you make $10 million for this movie. Why are you sticking your foot in your mouth like some of the people that you see on Twitter? That's not me, right? That's the thing, is for all the left-wing people like Weber's right, I'm all of a sudden going to turn and flip. That's the beauty of being objective, isn't it? Let's listen to Anthony Mackie talk about his portrayal of the upcoming Captain America Brave New World, how he portrayed that role. Here he is.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
Okay, so that's the long clip. Here's what's getting clipped. Let me put in Anthony Mackie and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is like the 9-second clip that's been hammered from the entire right wing. And listen, like I said, I'm neither right nor left, right? I'm somewhere in the middle. I try to be as objective as possible. Here's the clip, okay? This is the clipped clip that we're going to watch here.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things. And I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. For me, Captain America.
He doesn't think that America should be one of those things. Okay, yeah, that's the clip, right? Without all the context. But here's the thing. So I found an interesting tweet from this Mastertainment. Let's read this because I'm going to tell you how I think. I want you guys to tell me what you believe here on this situation. Before I even read what I'm going to tell you about what he said, okay? And this is a take that I actually think is pretty strong. this film's in trouble. Okay. So, from a marketing perspective, from Disney, Marvel, as you know, Disney owns Marvel, they do not want another Rachel situation, right? As we've seen with Snow White, they do not want another one of those. So they are looking at this going, oh, God, we're already in trouble. People are like not as into Marvel as they used to be, as we've seen with so many of these films outside of Deadpool Wolverine. That's the aberration, man. You guys know why Deadpool Wolverine did so much better than, most people probably thought. I knew it would do well because of the Deadpool Wolverine characters. You remove them from Marvel and you've got a problem. And this film's in trouble. It's not going to make as much money nearly as the previous MCU big films, the Captain America's with Chris Evans. It's not necessarily about Mackie. It's just where we are with the MCU. So this is not good from a PR perspective. It's really bad. But here it is for Mastertainment. Anthony Mackie is spot on here. MCU, Steve Rogers was never this nationalist guy who was always about America specifically. He's a guy who hated bullies and valued freedom and integrity, which I think people would say, well, that is what America is, right? Freedom and integrity. Well, I'm just saying that's the idea that I think people are extracting from this. That's what Captain America Mantle is all about in the MCU, being a selfless protector of lives and freedom in a chaotic world of corrupt leaders. You'll be hard-pressed to find any lines from Steve Rogers about how he's some nationalist hero outside of when he was purposely being used for wartime propaganda. Captain America is just MCU integrity, man. Now, listen, I'm not all about the lore of the CBMs. When I was a kid, I collected comic books, but I don't read every issue and freak out. I'm not one of these collectors of all the action figures other than when I was a kid. But now it's more about football kits, as you guys know. Tonight's a new one, Botafogo, the champions of Brazil this past season. But when you look at the people who are so into the lore, right, and the mythology and the canon, then yeah, maybe that's different. I can't speak to that, but I can understand Mackie's just saying, yeah, it's not Captain America. He's waving a flag around. Okay, I get it. It's just not the word. You don't want to say that right now. That's the thing. Even if there's just a way to say it differently. I mean, how would you phrase that? How would I phrase that? I'd say maybe for me, I'd probably say there's this resurgence of American pride right now. And hopefully some of the audience can take some of that and see that in our film. Now, even if I don't agree with that, do you understand that's the PR play, right? And again, I'm doing this live. Remember when I talked about that before with the answer from the mayor of LA about the fires? She couldn't even answer. I answered it 10 times, different ways live. I just answered that. I did not think about that. That was live on the spot. Right? The resurgence of American pride, and hopefully people can feel some of that in this movie. Even if you don't believe that, just say it. But instead, Mackie's like, I don't believe it's all about America. So I understand why people are pissed. I don't think what he said is nearly as bad as what people are saying. But listen, at the end of the day, I discuss this all the time. On my stream, I'm allowed to hammer whoever I want, do whatever I want. It's my stream. I'm not working for Disney, for Universal, for Warner Brothers. I don't have a corporation paying me major dollars to do this. So I can say whatever I want, right? So I don't have to worry about if I'm going to get my employer pissed off. When Mackie's up on the stage, he's got to understand he's playing with hundreds of millions of dollars, $200 million plus film, more than likely, right? I haven't looked at the numbers, but it's at least 150 plus. You look at this film and then you throw it all together and you're like, I don't need anything that's going to come in here and give me trouble. And that's exactly what Mackie has done. So that's the issue. And then you look, if you just scroll through here, everyone's like, screw him, right? Amused. DEI, the biggest reason Disney's struggling is because it platforms anti-American actors like Anthony Mackie. I mean, is it anti-American? But here's the thing, right? We talk about this all the time. There are so many people out there that have realized the grift is very simple. You pick a side and you go hard, okay? Look at Chris Gore. Nobody has gone further into the grift than that dude, okay? I met him way back in 2018. We met at an awards party. I liked the guy. He was this independent film person. And then all of a sudden he got hanging out with all the right wing. Oh my God, everything woke is going to be broke. It's terrible. And then look what's happened. He's now doubled, tripled, quadrupled down. When you make that move, you have no other option than to listen to what Mackie just said and hammer to your base what you believe they want to hear. I do not do that. I will never do that. And that makes MMT what it is. If I hammer somebody who is left wing, then it's because the person's a loser. It's not because they're, well, I mean, yes, some of the characteristics, or right wing. It doesn't matter. It's more about the individual person than it is about, but for me, I don't want to go one side or the other all the time. Now, if he said something totally crazy, like Rachel, like out of control, like you look at what she had to say about Snow White, way too much. And that was aggressive. She comes off as unlikable. And again, well, so do you, Weber. Here's the deal. I got news for you. I'm not fronting a $200 million film. Do you understand? When you're fronting a $200 million film, you have to be more careful about the words you're using, okay? Because you got to remember that the world is not all like you, okay? Again, my stream, I can do whatever I want. I don't care. But if I have a $200 million film, I got to remember there's people on the right and the left. So I'm going to say what I said. There's this resurgence of American pride. And whether you agree or disagree with that, listen, hopefully we can get behind at least the notion of striving to make a better world. I mean, look, there's another answer live. I'm just coming up with it on the spot. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Some of these actors don't have that ability. So don't even try. Like, if you're tasked with a $200 million film and you're trying to sell it, you better just shut your mouth. I mean, that's the thing. That's what I would say to Anthony Mackie. If you're going to be up there, before he came out, I'd say, listen, if someone asked you about Captain America, just say something like this. I'd be perfect. I'm telling you, listen, I'm telling you right now, if you want to bring me in as a consultant for anything in the world of Hollywood, or frankly, I mean, you show me the thing and I'll say, this is not happening. Get rid of this, do that. I've said it a million times. Nobody is better in being more just absolutely varnished because you have to be, and say, this is not the right thing to do. You got to do this and this. Apolitically. Okay? I mean, you're going to say that's politically by saying don't say what you say, but I'm saying try to stay apolitical. Try to stay in the middle. Try to sound a little nebulous so that they're like, yeah, I don't know if he's left or right. Don't be this hard, because there's enough right wing. Listen, Trump was elected for a reason, okay? It's not, even if you say the numbers were right, 51-49, that means for every 10 people, there's 5.1 that like Trump and 4.9 that like Kamala. So, right? So, hello, 5.1 and 4.9. Last I checked, that's really fucking close. So you might not want to piss off the other side, even if you don't like the other side. I don't care. It's my streaming. Do whatever I want. But I'm not fronting a $200 million movie. By the way, do you think that it looks like Press Your Luck here tonight? I changed the graphics. Who thinks it looks like Press Your Luck here on MMT? It is what it is. It's all I get. All those YouTubers are completely one-sided. Well, exactly, Tom, because remember, that's the grift. The grift is, how can I fit all of run it through the prism of the right wing, anti-woke, everything's terrible that has anything to do with woke. That is how they have to operate. Because if they come on a stream like I am and saying what Anthony Mackie said, it's a little out of context. He didn't quite need to say, I'm not like, come on here, Anthony Mackie's a fucking idiot. Like, I just watched, I think Clay, what's his name? The sports guy who used to be on Fox. Clay Travis. Clay Travis, like, you're an actor. You get paid $10 million a year. And because of that, just shut your mouth. Okay, I said a version of that right here, but it's nuanced. You see, the things that we talk about here are largely nuanced, unless we're talking about things like shutting down theaters for COVID. There's no nuance to that. Or that someone like Frosty's a dweeb. There's no nuance to that. That's 100% fact. So you see those, but everything else, I'm going to try to at least be sort of nuanced. Even a film evaluation that we talk about all the time, I try to be until I see the film and I'm like, I can't be nuanced about fucking Honora. It's terrible, right? And that's not me. I don't have an agenda. It's a terrible film. Okay, nothing about it's good. One of the worst screenplays I've seen for an awards film, maybe ever. Even worse than The Whale, which is pretty impossible to do. And somehow Sean Baker, the fraud, the writer fraud for sure, figured out how to make it happen. So but see, this is what makes MMT the number one gold standard, because we don't play sides. I'm not going to play sides. And to our detriment, right? Because if someone comes on, right? The other night I was hammering dog owners for bringing their dogs to the movie theaters or the groceries. Instantly, if you have a dog, you hate what you hear and you turn off and you're never coming back. Too bad. Don't care. That's what I'm going to do. Then I played the song tonight to open A Dog's Dream. That was not trying to gain the favor of everybody who left after I attacked dogs in movies. But you understand that, again, I don't care. Thank you, Tom. I try, and listen, sometimes you're going to watch it, you're going to say, this guy's right. This guy could be a little left. I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely lean more right. I'm not going to lie. Of course I do. You can probably tell. Okay. But remember, it's really more about leaning more libertarian. Go back to COVID. What did I tell you guys? I don't care what's going on. I don't need the officials to tell me I need to be safe. I don't need the officials to tell me how to be safe. Okay. I was unsafe during COVID and I'm here tonight. Okay. So, as an unsafe COVID person who survived, I don't need the government coming in and telling me how to live my life. So, is that right wing? No, it's libertarian. So, I don't want, Karen Bass or our governor here telling me you have to stay home. You can't do this. Okay. No, 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 no. As long as you're doing things within the law and you're not hurting somebody, then there you go. Why not? Exactly, Bruce. Less regulation, more individual. I want you to have the individual freedom. I was not on here during COVID like our boy Frosty. Oh, it's not safe. We shouldn't have movie theaters, and then deletes all the tweets. Unbelievable. Can you imagine being that pathetic? Yes, I've deleted a tweet or two because I don't want to get into it. It's never been about I don't agree with this. I don't believe it. I just go, I don't want to get into it, especially on X. You put a tweet out there and people I don't even want to get into this shit. It's not even worth it, especially with all the anons on there and the film Twitter losers. I have no time. I'd rather just come on here, say my thing, and just move on. So it's just a waste of time. But imagine saying all that and then pretending you didn't. Oh, I never said that. Oh, I don't know. Back then, I didn't know. That's pathetic. Listen, if you go back and want to relitigate it and go, well, back then I was scared. Well, you shouldn't have been. So that's not an excuse. So next time, just shut your mouth. Stay home. We're not going to miss you. Okay. And really, we're not going to miss Frosty. You wouldn't miss me. You wouldn't miss me. Okay. You are not that important. You're just not. Nobody is. So stop acting like the world revolves around you. Yeah, come on, this is my stream. I can do whatever I want. You can create your own stream and do what I'm doing. No one's going to stop you. But otherwise, I understand that if they have a premiere and I'm not there, it's still going to happen. And the world's going to keep spinning. That said, Paramount will never have me come to another movie first viewing after Babylon because I personally destroyed that film. I'm 100%. Yeah, I'm right. I know I'm right. You guys know, go look. I destroyed Babylon and ended it. I derailed that film the night it came out. I sabotaged it and nuked it the night it came out. And I knew that because they called me in the morning. They were texting me, sending emails. You got to delete your stream. They were so pissed that I sent that tweet because it's the worst thing I've ever seen. And it was the first screening. The problem is, remember, we talked about this more on Mackie, whatever else. We're going to listen to a little bit of Justin Baldoni's, voicemail thing because it's whatever. It's something to talk about, and that's a big deal. Why is that a big deal? Just quickly on that. One of the things that's huge about this is I do feel like I'm on pressure lock. Everybody, no whammies, no whammies, whammies, whammies. Seriously, right? We just need all the things to go around. It's okay. It's a new thing. If you don't like it, maybe it will be here next time. Maybe it won't. I'm just trying different things. Allow me. But at least you always know that the show will be largely not the same every time. But you go back and you look at, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Why is this important? Because Ryan Reynolds, and I've talked about this, I talked about it on Sunday. Ryan Reynolds has taken a career hit, the level of which I don't think he even fathomed. This is a guy who was on top of the universe just months ago with Deadpool Wolverine, right? He owned Wrexham. He had Aviation Gin. He had all that. We're going to talk about in a minute. I'm just quickly, why is this important? Because it's all in jeopardy. Look at what's happening. Let me pull up THR. I want to show you something more quickly. Here's THR. And okay, first of all, interesting here. Watch this. You guys ready to see something wild? This is I'm very much in tune to messaging, right? That's what made me really good about the whole COVID thing. I understood that it was propaganda. It was. You guys know that, right? Of course you do. The people who are stupid don't. The people who are dumb don't even understand that was propaganda. That we were living through the most propagandized time that we have ever seen, maybe on this planet during COVID. And remember, when Twitter was Twitter, and Elon didn't own it, if you tried to say some shit, they would censor your ass and it would never get out there. Oh, that's not propaganda. That's not government overreach. Are you kidding me? Listen, I don't need the government telling me what I can hear. If someone has something to say that's crazy, so let them do it. As long as it's not like I'm going to go bomb somewhere, then that's dangerous. But if you're just saying I don't like the governor because of the way he's handled the fires, and you're going to try to limit that, or you say it's outrageous, the COVID, all of these restrictions you've put upon us, and they're we can't have that out there. What? Government can't say that. Free speech, man. Free speech. This channel's all about that. Even if you like Honora. Look, here's Justin Baldoni. Okay. Let's just talk about it. I'll get to more comments about Mackie. I have no problem with that. But I want to show you something interesting. We're going to listen to the voicemail. It's like 6 minutes. I don't know if we'll listen to all of it, but I wanted to at least listen to some of it. But look, so here's Justin Baldoni. It's a big story. It's the number one story on the Hollywood Reporter. So this is bad for Blake and Ryan Reynolds. It's really terrible. Watch what happens when I hit film. Wow. Tell me you understand what's happening here. Do you or do you not understand what is at play when you're looking at, let me just do it one more time for you. Back to the front page and then to the film page. Who can tell me what's happening here? I think Blake and Ryan should never have made, well, for sure, but they should have never had the lawsuit. What's happening right here is that THR is being manipulated by a PR agency. You guys understand that? Oh, God, there's people that get 10 million views on this Blake Lively shit. Nobody's better than me. Nobody. Especially, you guys watch some of the, can I say something? It's my stream. I can say whatever the fuck I want. When I watch other people who stream or even like edit and cut, I go, these people aren't good. How often do you watch somebody and say they're really not good? Like Stuckman's a great example. I go, how the fuck? How is this possible? When you watch me, even if you don't agree, you at least go, I sort of understand. I sort of get it. Because I'm a one-man show. You don't have me with 10 other boxes on here. You don't see me on here like Friday Night Tights with 78 people and they're all wisecracking. It's me. I'm the one-man show, for better or worse. Usually for worse, but at least I'm doing it by myself. Occasionally Menzel shows up, and he's fine. That's the only person we can tolerate. But look, what's happening? Why is this Ryan Reynolds story on here? In multitasks like a mofo. Listen, I like Ryan Reynolds. He followed me at last check on Twitter. I don't know after this. I like you, Ryan. I'm just telling you. I've not seen anything bad about him. Did I say anything? I'm just saying, isn't this interesting that the front page of the film thing is this story? But here's where it gets weird. Look when the story was out, December 13th. Why is there a story from December 13th fronting your film page? Right? Movies. Isn't that weird? That is programmed. That is from the PR agency. They are trying to keep Ryan's image positive because it's going south. Ryan, listen, if you want to come on the stream, we can talk about it. I know you don't want to. There's a huge lawsuit. There's a chance that Ryan might be watching because, again, he follows me on Twitter, so he's going to see this in his feed. Here's what I'll tell you, Ryan. If you would have come to me before this whole thing went down and said I was going to file this lawsuit against this Baldoni guy, I would have said, and I know a lot, remember, I'm the cooler. I am literally the consultant who comes in and I'll take care of things. I am Michael Clayton. Here's what you do. You call me, you bring me in, and here's what I would have told him. Blake and Ryan, listen, I understand you want to do this lawsuit, okay? If you do this, there's a very high chance that you're dealing with somebody, as you know, with Justin Baldoni, who has nothing to lose. So you need to make sure that he has no receipts, because if he has any kind of ammo against the two of you, this could turn around and bite you in the ass in a way that's not worth it. Ryan, you own Wrexham. You sold Aviation Gin. You're a massive star coming off of the hugely successful Deadpool and Wolverine. You're one of the most bankable, if not bankable, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Why are you doing this? And then I turn to Blake and say, Blake, you're not as big a star as Ryan, but you just came off of a film that did very well. Let me look at the box office. Give me 1 second. The box office on It Ends With Us was way big. It's like 300 million or something. Give me a second. I have not looked at it in a while. Give me a minute. I believe it was 300 for the world. Here it is. Let's hit it. Let's check. Was I close? 351. This is why I'm the ace. I did not look at this since you're coming off a film released in August, the dead zone of all dead zones, other than January, the worst. And you have a film that made $351 million. I don't care if you don't like Justin Baldoni. I don't give a shit if you were pissed off with him during the movie. You had a hit. And last I checked, Blake, you have not had a lot of box office hits. So And listen, I'm being frank, right? No one will talk to them like this. Even if Taylor Swift was in the room, I say, Taylor, I love your songs. They're on my iPod. Okay. My phone, iPod, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I listen to your songs. I liked your concert movie, but just I need to talk to them. Just sit there. You're awesome. I actually think you're hugely talented. I'm a fan, but I need to talk to Blake and Ryan. Blake, this is a big hit for you. I don't know why you want to sue him. I don't know what he did, unless he did something atrocious and you have legitimate receipts. Then I think this is the dumbest thing you could do. I would recommend neither of you go down this path. Okay. You can make It Ends With Us too, because they're talking about a sequel. You're talking about a $350 million film worldwide. They're going to make a sequel. Sony's going to Sony needs help. They need films. They're like, yes. So Ryan, whoever's pushing this thing, if it's you, Ryan, or if it's Blake, Ryan, I need you to talk to Blake and say, stop. Blake, I need you to talk to Ryan and say, stop. Whatever happened here, and maybe it was jealousy. Let's just say maybe. I don't know. Listen, everyone's had a girlfriend, a wife, whatever, and you get jealous. We've all been there. You're like, I don't know. I don't like that guy. I don't like that girl being around my husband, my wife, whatever. So I get it, especially in Hollywood, where you have to pretend like It Ends With Us, where they're like lovey-dovey. By the way, I'm already killing everybody who does this on the stream. Am I not, really, seriously? What I'm doing right now is already better than anybody that you would go Google, anyone that's talking about this, and you're getting it better here. We're the gold standard. I say it all the time. I wasn't even going to do a stream tonight. I was hanging out on Tuesday. I'm like, fuck, let's just go. That's how we do it. Because anytime, push the button, we're on. Let's go now. It's live. And I would have said, do not do this lawsuit. Do not do it. When you're talking about a hit film, you have Wrexham, you have money, you're come Deadpool and Wolverine. Come on, man. What are we doing? They didn't listen. Okay. This is what I'm here to do. I am here to help you. Let me help you. And I would have saved you all of this shit. It's that simple. I talk about the studios. Invite me in to see your first screening all by myself. I don't want anyone in there. I don't want any audience. And I'm going to tell you, listen, I was right about Anora. If I saw Anora on a first screening of it, whoo, baby. We can say it's a film from Sean Baker. People seem to like Sean. He's a cinema champion. Right. Go back to Halloween Ends. What did I tell you guys? If I was at Universal and they screened Halloween Ends and I'm the head creative, I'm in control of all of these films. I'm going to tell you right now. Where's David Gordon Green? Okay. Is he on the lot? I want him here now. I'm going to get him on the phone and get him in this room. I want him in here within 15 minutes. If he's on the other side of the hill, I'll give him 30 because he can come across Laurel Canyon, come across Coldwater. I don't give a shit. He needs to be here within 30 minutes. The second David Gordon Green walks in, I'm going to say, holy fuck, what did you just do to Michael Myers' legacy? As such, I'm just going to tell you you're out of here. You're not ever making another film for us. I would have pulled him off Exorcist Believer, even though I like that film, which I know a lot of you are like, holy shit. So I would have been wrong on that, but I definitely would not be wrong about Halloween Ends. It would never have been released. I would have said, we're going to go back in and we're going to reshoot the entire front and middle. We have to change Corey. We can have Corey, but Corey cannot be as a tag team going around killing people with Michael Myers. I don't even know what I just watched. Okay, the last 5 minutes we can keep. But everything with Corey has to be switched. I like the opening. I like some of the things, but everything with him being the killer, being possessed by Michael Myers, holy fuck, that was the worst decision ever, David. So we're not releasing the movie. You're excused, and we're going to hire a new director. We're going to Rogue One this motherfucker, right? That's what I would have done, and I would have been right. I am the cleaner. I would clean it up. I'm Michael Clayton. God, what a movie. What a fucking movie. I am Michael Clayton. If you use me properly, I will take care of you. Whatever the problem is, you bring me in. I'm not quite an attorney, but I'll be able to give you the sound, semi-legal advice to not do certain things. Ask Nora. It's fair. And Nora's more effective than sleeping tablets or warm milk. Jason, it's the worst. Don't make me play the scene where she gets tied up and hog-tied and yelled at for 45 minutes in the living room. One of the worst. You know what? Screw that. I don't care at this point. You all can leave. I'm done. I'm going to play it for that. Just so you, if no one's watched Anora, let's watch the Anora scene just for like 5 seconds to show you this is what's being considered the best film of the year. Are you guys ready for this? Give me a second. I got to find it. Give me 1 second. There's lots of reviews. I still feel like I'm impressed your luck. Give me a second here. Where is the scene? I will destroy you. That's not it. Did they get rid of the scene where they're yelling? Because last time I used it, remember? I used that scene and everyone was like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. And then I think Neon got rid of it because they know it looked terrible. They're like, it's all a bunch of F-bombs. Oh, wait, is this it? No, this is divorce. I can just pick any scene. It's going to be F-bombs and garbage. Hold on. Give me a second. No, that's a party scene. I don't see it anymore. Hold on. Anora scene taped up. Let's see if I can find it there. This is what we call live. Eric searches on YouTube live. Street worker fault. No, it's the whole movie. Where is it? Hold on. No, I don't want to watch the whole movie. I can't find it. We'll watch a second of this scene where she's getting divorced so you guys can see how terrible this film is. Hold on, we've got a covered California ad to get through. Give me less than 5 seconds. Here it comes.
I'm just going to need some signatures. If I could just get that back from
the copyright, you motherfucker.
Question. Okay, yes, of course.
What does it mean?
We don't need to worry about that. That's for the judge.
Oh, that guy, that character. Holy shit.
Very sure.
The worst.
Okay, so we're just going to need some signatures here. So there you go. And this one will be for... Sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce your name. So Anora Makiva.
There's not enough F-bombs. Give me a second.
Sorry, just
Он просто устал.
You're such a fucking bitch.
Because your son is a fucking pussy.
Fucking this and fucking that.
What? What? Did you not hear what I said? I said it's because your son's a fucking pussy.
This is what qualifies as an Oscar-winning best original screenplay. Your son's a fucking pussy. Yeah, I'm up for best actress. Give me a fucking break.
And you are a disgusting hooker.
You're a disgusting fucking hooker. Fuck you, bitch.
And your son hates you so much he married one to piss you off.
Listen up.
yeah.
That's it. That's the movie. Doesn't it look fun? Those of you who haven't seen Anora, it's such a great film. The whole film's annoying. But remember, Kuzna, at the end of it, you're supposed to be like, oh, we love her. Exactly, John. It's terrible. You gotta understand, this is up for original screenplay, and some people think it's gonna win. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, people's brains are broken. When I watch this, I go, how is this even an awards film? Because Sean Baker loves movies. And because Greta Gerwig said it's a masterpiece. Greta Gerwig, after this, I lost all respect. And also, don't let her put her movie in IMAX. I don't want to see her movie in IMAX. It's Netflix. If they're not going to play by the rules, you don't get your movie, Greta. You signed on with Netflix. Sorry, honey. Listen, and it's terrible. Let's open comment here on the end. Look, I'm at an hour. I said I was going to do like 20 minutes, and that was it. Yeah, but that's not Goodfellas, buddy. Right now, that's not Goodfellas. All right. Any other? I'll hit as many comments as possible on the way out of here because you know what happens now. It's time for the MMT blast closeout, the comment blast closeout. That means if I didn't get to your comment, I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to pop up as many as possible, and I'm going to then listen. You're going to hear me riff on whatever I want. If I don't, I might just play it and not say anything. I'm going to hit as many comments as possible, as long as they were reasonably respectful here tonight on this Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Always fun. Let me put a song on. What do we want to hear? I got to think. Okay, since we just talked about Anora, let's just do it. Let's just play it. It's the only thing that's good about Anora, guys. It is the song from Take That. Nah, that's the wrong song. Give me a second. That's the theme song. Hold on. I got to hit it. Where is it? Get ready. All right, here it goes. The only thing that's good about this film is this song. One thing about Anora. The opening scene and then later this song. That's it. Hey, Myerscope, thanks for being here. Live. Always live. It's me. Only good part of the film. This is it. But it's not the film. It's the song. Right? Think about this. When you're watching this film, the first opening scene, it's got like the strippers and it's like this. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. And then it goes to hell. Literally, as soon as the song ends, here comes miserable Mikey Madison to shit all over you for 2 hours. Right?
Imagine if it would have been an uplifting film where she was likable. Right? You're like, this is fucking great. I'm like, oh, Sean Baker's back. Let's go. Oh my God. Right? The tone of the film should match the song. It's the biggest contrast, right? Between the happy feel good uplifting feel listening to versus the fuck you motherfucker. You fucking shut your fucking mouth, motherfucker. Fucking asshole. Fucking bitch, motherfucker. Fuck off. Fuck face. Holy shit, the worst. It's kind of like that, Boca. The theme song is a little like Where the Streets Have No Name. Our new theme song. Neon deserves to be in a cinema champion because they're doing. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I like Neon. I just hate Sonora. Neon's being rewarded by the Academy. Emilia Perez, 12. Yeah, exactly. They don't even have anything in theaters. Neon. I mean, Netflix fucking it. Wicked. Yeah, we talked about that. Yep, we talked about that. Sorry, I'm hitting as many as I can. Robert, worst thing about putting the movie on VOD, he pirated amount of people front. Yeah, I mean, exactly right. I forgot about that shit. Let's see, more comments. We get out of here. See, if you spent time put in selective outrage. Exactly. David, exactly. We don't do that. I am the integrity man. Thank you. Unless you're Frosty, and then I'm enemy number one. Deadpool and Wolverine had a great marketing campaign. 100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cap is universal. Exactly. It's what he's saying. 100%. 100%. Selective outrage. Exactly. Captain America will struggle with the box office. I agree. 100%. No whammies. That's what we had tonight. Do you guys like it or not? Come in the comments and tell me if you like it or not. All right. That's as many as I can get to. Live from the City of Angels. Thanks for being here. Always a pleasure. And we will be back on Thursday with the live MMT evaluation of Companion. I didn't see it last night. I know a lot of you did because you went to go to the mystery movie / Scream Unseen. I was not in the mood. Just real fast on that before we close. I have to be in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, it's not fair to the filmmaker, right? I was in the mood for Anora. I'm in the mood for Companion on Thursday. I need like a couple days. My refractory period is at least 24, usually 48 hours. I saw a movie on Saturday, and now I'm ready to go to the movies again. I was going to go tonight. I said, let's just do a stream instead. We have enough to talk about. So we'll talk about Companion on Thursday night. I want to get both these big topics in with Mackie and with Tarantino, Cinema Champion here tonight. Live City of Angels. Thanks for being here again. Tonight's jersey / football kit was Botafogo from... Yes, Brazil champions. Always a new kit. Well, not always, but a lot of times. This is a brand new one. Thanks for being here live from the City of Angels. We'll see you Thursday night. MMT is out. Peace out.